and welcome to Veggie Bites, the show where you will learn how to create delicious and hearty vegetarian meals that all of your friends will enjoy. I'm your host, Melissa, and today I've brought with me my friends,
Tamara
and Caroline,
to help me show you how to create 3 delicious kinds of pizza. So stay tuned, we'll get cooking in a minute. Welcome back. The first pizza that we're going to make is a twist on a margarita. The basic difference between this one and the margarita is that instead of using fresh tomatoes, we're going to use sun-dried tomatoes that have been marinating in extra virgin olive oil. But first, we're going to start off with the crust.
First thing you want to do is check the back of your package to see how long you want to preheat the oven for. So we've already done that and we've preheated it at 400 degrees. So this crust is really cheap. It's only $2.50 for 2 crusts. So it's a really good, cheap option if you're making dinner with your friends. And this crust also has 10 grams of protein and 6 grams of fiber per serving, which for our purposes is about half the pizza. So,
yeah, that's really great for vegetarians especially. So we're going to start off this pizza with the sun-dried tomatoes. But first, I really want you guys to try this. It's so good.
I love sun-dried tomatoes.
I know, here you go.
Thanks.
It's like a little piece.
Thank you.
It's so good, right?
That was really good.
What I love about the sun-dried tomatoes is that these are just so sweet. A lot sweeter than like plain old non-sun-dried tomatoes would be. And they've been marinating not only in extra virgin olive oil, but they've been also marinating in capers and garlic and white wine vinegar, and it just offers a really, really nice flavor. When this pizza's out of the oven, we're also going to add basil to it, but if you don't have basil on hand, that's totally fine because the sun-dried tomato is going to give you all of the flavor that you need. And a really great thing about the sun-dried tomato also is that because it's marinating in olive oil, you don't have to use as much olive oil when you're cooking the pizza. Great. Okay, so right now I've used about 4 whole sun-dried tomatoes. I think I'm probably gonna use 1 more. Just use it to your discretion. When you're buying the marinated sun-dried tomatoes, if they've already come pre-chopped, just use your discretion. Just kind of spread them out, just as I've done over here. And the basic thing about this pizza is that it's really, really simple, just like a margarita is. Just basic ingredients, really fresh, clean flavors that are going to be delicious and definitely a lot better than the pizza that you order at 3 o'clock in the morning, you know. And this is really fast to make too. In the time that you can order a pizza, this is already done. It only takes 10 minutes to cook, so quick. All right, I'm not gonna use the rest of this. I think we've got enough. So next up is the cheese.
Alright, so for the cheese, a traditional margarita pizza calls for fresh mozzarella, which is what we're using today. But feel free to use packaged mozzarella or vegan mozzarella cheese if you're a vegan. Alright, so we're just gonna cut it across. Whoops.
It looks so good.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I can't wait to eat this.
And lengthwise. Just like that.
Awesome.
These chunks look a little big, huh? We can cut them one more time. Alright, so now you're just gonna sprinkle it around the pizza. And there's already so much flavor from the basil and the sun-dried tomatoes and the olive oil that you really don't need to overdo with the mozzarella cheese. And that makes it a lot healthier.
Yeah. I hate when I get pizza and there's cheese all over it. I always take cheese off. And I'm always like using a paper towel to dab it down. This pizza, you don't need a towel with the fresh mozzarella. Even if you're using the shredded mozzarella cheese or the soy, it's really, really great. That's looking great. I don't even think we need the rest of that mozzarella cheese.
Yeah,
it's perfect.
That's good.
Awesome. So on the back of this pizza, it says that you need to sprinkle some olive oil down onto it before you put it in the oven. That makes it really crispy. We've already got a little bit of oil from the sun-dried tomato. Just gonna use a little bit more. And once this is out, we're gonna add a little more olive oil to it, in addition to the basil, to add some more flavor. So this is just gonna go in the oven, which has been preheated to 400 degrees for about 8 to 10 minutes. So fast.
So the next thing we're gonna do is make Mediterranean pizza. So we're just gonna add a little bit of olive oil, and then we're gonna have a cold salad on top, and then it's good to go.
Delicious. So Caroline's gonna pop that into the oven, again for 8 to 10 minutes, and when we come back, we're gonna show you how to top these pizzas. Welcome back. We just took our 2 pizzas out of the oven. So while our crust is sitting over there, let's finish up this twist on a margarita. Basically what we did for this pizza is we used some olive oil, fresh mozzarella mozzarella cheese and sun-dried tomato that have been marinating in olive oil. So now I'm just going to add a little bit more olive oil for some flavor. And Caroline's going to add the basil.
Yep, I've been roughly chopping some basil, so we're just going to chop a little bit more. And I find it easier to kind of roll the leaves up a bit. So we're just going to chop this. You can use as much as little as you like. It's totally up to you.
I love basil. I think it adds a really, really fresh flavor, especially when it's not been in the oven and you add it afterwards. It makes everything so fresh. Even if you like have a frozen pizza and you add fresh basil to it, it adds like a home-cooked feel to it, I think.
Yeah, and
really
we're
good.
using about a tablespoon and a half of basil here. So,
Awesome.
all right, and we're just gonna sprinkle it on top.
That pizza looks so good.
It's kind of Christmassy.
It is. It's kind of Christmassy. It's red and green. If you want to have a twist on Christmas, okay. I cannot wait to eat this. So let's try to cut this up. Awesome. Great. Okay. It's a little rough to cut, but it's worth it when you eat it. This is where a pizza wheel will come in handy. Okay. So on the recipe for this, I say that this serves 2 people. I think that this is definitely a good serving size for 2 people, especially if you have really hungry friends like I do, like T and Caroline and myself.
Always
Here you go.
hungry. Thank you.
So because we're making 2 pizzas, this is so great for a party, and then the 3rd pizza you're gonna see after. But this is gonna be really, really great. Okay, I cannot wait to try this. Okay. Anyway, but if you're just making this for you and a friend, it's perfect. I would say just cut it in half and eat it. It'd be really, really delicious. That is so good.
So good.
And the basil just makes everything so much more fresh. Like, even if you had made this